The following podcast contains adult language, profound stupidity, hardcore nudity, and drug references. Children should not listen to it. Everyone else, but fucking Olive. Nailed it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. My name is Poppascotch, and with me, as always, is Chump Slap.
Hey, what's up?
And over there on the other side is Dr. Syintist.
How's it going?
Good. Thank you for not making fun of the intro this time. I really do appreciate it.
Did I do that last time?
I did.
Often you do. But how was your week there, Syintist? What'd you do? What'd you watch? What you been up to?
I played Assassin's Creed, and I'm hunting down the Cult of Cosmos, still not following the story part.
Cosmo Kramer.
No, Cosmos. There's multiple Kramers.
Oh.
And this is in the game. You're not like hunting down a secret society in real life, right?
Oh, shit. I shouldn't have said that, should I?
Oh, no. We'll edit that out.
Okay.
No worries.
And I finished watching Another Life on Netflix. It was really good. I'm now dying for season 2.
Huh.
I don't know if you'll like it, but...
Probably not. It's probably too lowbrow for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sci-fi space epic.
Is that the one with Katie Sackhoff in it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to give that a chance.
I hated her as Starbuck, but I like her as anything else she does.
I loved her as Starbuck. Who doesn't love Starbuck? Oh, well, you, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we just answered that.
The fuck's Starbuck?
And I wasn't even going to answer it. I was just going to ignore it and keep on going.
All right, well, fine. I'm not your kind of nerd.
And then that's it.
Sweet.
Well, that's pretty quick. Well, what about you, Chump Slap? What'd you do all week?
You guys ever see the movie Hatchet?
Is that the one with Johnny
Two-Face? No, I don't know. It takes place in like Louisiana in the bayou.
Yes, I have seen this. It was a while ago, though. Isn't it just like another Jason-type movie?
Yeah, it's horrible.
You're not a fan?
I didn't dig it. I watched Hatchet 1 and 2, though, this week.
Were there 3 of them?
I don't know. There might have been.
Who stars in that?
Nobody. I don't think there's stars.
I mean, we can look it up here while I do that. How about...
I'm pretty sure Freddy Krueger was in it in the beginning. He's in the first scene. Not Freddy Krueger himself, but the guy who plays Freddy Krueger. The guy from
I thought they
Six Flags.
resurrected Freddy Krueger from the dream world and put him in the movie.
You know what I mean.
Looking at the cat... Oh, they got Kane Hodder in it. He was... played Jason in a bunch of the Jason movies. You're right. Robert Englund was in it. Tony Todd, Candyman himself.
Oh, yeah.
The only other name I recognize is Mercedes McNabb. She did a long stint on Angel and Buffy.
That name?
From Angel and Buffy.
Right.
You know, remember those? You know, okay. I'll just
let's just cut to the lock of the week and get out of here.
Oh, we're done already. That was all right. So every week, Syintist picks it. No, that's okay. What about me? What I do? I played more Madden and Division 2 because.
Did you get your gun yet?
Nope, still haven't found that fucking gun. It's not even a specific gun. It's just a Desert Eagle, basically.
Oh, it's just a regular.
Oh, it's not even a nice gun?
No, it's not even an exotic gun. It's just a random generated level 400 whatever gun. That's all it is. Like, statistically, I should have hit it like 4 times by now. But still haven't. And I need that in order to craft the exotic weapon so I can then destroy the exotic weapon and upgrade my chatterbox. But, you know, nothing ever works out for me, I guess.
I stopped paying attention because I had no idea what you were
He wants to upgrade his chatterbox.
Right
yeah.
Dumbass.
Once he said chatterbox, it was...
It's a pretty dope submachine gun. But, yeah, played Madden a little bit.
It sounds like
something... getting back into that.
Chatterbox sounds like a weapon you get in Borderlands.
Sounds like something the Joker would use on Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't one of the dudes from Hellraiser one of the Xenobites chatterbox with the teeth?
It could have been. I don't remember names. Not good with names.
Never seen it.
Remember that face, though.
Well, if there's a picture of Chatterbox and that actually exists, I will put it on the Instagram. How about that?
Yeah, he's got like his skin pulled back, like all the just showing all
Yes.
his teeth. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So, video game news, I guess. Do you want to just roll it into this? Do you want to keep going? Do you want to just stop? You want to take a nap? What do you guys want to
I
do?
really could use a nap.
Oh, we could all use naps.
All right. Well, the video game news. Well, this isn't exactly video game news, but there was big news released about the Disney Plus service.
Oh yeah.
Basically, Disney Plus by itself is going to be like $8 a month,
Boo earns.
which is kind of a bummer. However, there's going to be a bundle where you can pay for Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, and that only costs $12.99 a month.
Well, that's not bad if you already have Hulu for like $9 or whatever.
Yeah, it's like $2 more for Disney and every Marvel product and ESPN Plus.
Yeah, but you have to get ESPN Plus. I'd rather
It
not
comes
give
with the
ESPN my
bundle.
money.
It all goes to the same pockets.
Yeah,
owned by
but it's
Disney.
the principle of it.
Is it?
Wait, so you'd rather pay like the?
I'd rather pay for Hulu by itself and the Disney service. than
You'd
pay
rather
for
pay the
pay for
extra
package
$6.
just to get ESPN.
Wow.
Just to make sure the network that's TMZ for sports doesn't get any money.
Yeah.
TMZ. for
Well, I
sports.
think that's a
shots
little
are
bit.
fired here.
It's a bit ill-intentioned, but I like your conviction, sir, and I appreciate it, and I wish you the best.
Hey, I don't work a hard job so I can save money on TV services and
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
compromise my morals.
Preach on, scientist.
They did say that another piece they kind of snuck in there is that when the Disney Plus service launches, I believe it's November, it's going to have 70 pieces from Disney Animation, only 4 Marvel things,
That's terrible.
18 from Pixar, and 8 of the Star Wars films.
That's like nothing.
So out of all of them, there's 4 movies I'd want to see.
Well, I forgot, you're the one that loves Star Wars, right?
Oh, yeah, he's a huge fan.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So probably, yeah. So you might be able to wait a couple months until they get there. They are adding more movies as time goes on. They said 8 more Marvel titles coming in like 2020. So eventually they'll get there. Hey, maybe you could save
But
a couple months there.
That'd be a total of 12 Marvel movies, which is all the Marvel movies released up until like 5 years ago.
How many are there? Like
22,
27
I
or
think?
20? 22?
Yeah, countless, really.
And by the time, well, there is a count.
And
They have a count. By the time it releases in November, are there any more coming out this year?
No.
Thank God.
But there'd be 2 more next year when the other 8 come out or whatever.
Too many.
So that'd put a potential 12 out of 20. That'd be like half of them, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well,
really
they will have the entire Simpsons catalog, so at least you have that going for you.
Isn't that on FX now?
Not anymore.
It is.
Probably.
But yeah, FX got bought by, or Fox got bought by Disney, so.
Are they gonna have It's Always Sunny?
I was just going to ask that.
I don't know. Probably.
Who has it now? I want to watch it again.
Hulu is, but I don't think it has the... They just added the last season
Did they? Nice.
with the blow-up doll, because I watched that one. Not the blow-up doll, the sex doll.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing that they're posting on Instagram like set photos, so I believe it's just coming back in like September, October.
Nice.
And I was reading an article with them, and one of them said, I think it was Rob Macklin, who said one of the biggest pieces of advice he ever got from Hollywood was, if they keep letting you do your show, just keep doing it.
Oh
'cause
yeah.
you never know if you're going to do another one.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they're in for a while until I guess they get bored.
Do you think he got that advice from Glenn Howerton?
Yeah, he got that from the people who just lost their shows.
Yeah. Dennis and
Yeah.
Dee. Or do you think it was Danny DeVito talking about Taxi?
Probably.
It's definitely
My money would be on the DeVites. But I mean, Charlie's made some movies. He's doing all right for himself.
Yeah, true that. Like that fist fight movie with Ice Cube.
Which I actually am not ashamed to admit I enjoyed.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
The only movies I've seen him in were the
Pacific Rim.
Yeah. He did a
Well, he
bang-up
was-
job in that.
Oh, what were the movies he did with those two other assholes?
Horrible Bosses.
There it is. Yeah, you got me.
Wow.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I
and
think those
that's-
are the only 3 movies he ever made, so I think that's all of them. But I've never seen that.
Yeah, he
movie
was
either.
good in Horrible Bosses.
Never saw it.
Oh, he was good. He's very peak Charlie in that.
Yeah.
You'd enjoy it. But so that's the Disney Plus news that came out. And then there's also been there's been Borderlands 3 news. They released the 4 classes. Have you guys read or heard anything about this?
I got an email from him showing them
There's
off.
videos of
Yeah, I got the email too.
They're like, hey, which one are you picking? And
Siren.
I was like, I ain't telling you yet.
This is your PR campaign. I don't need to join this. Talk about keeping your morals up. No, I liked either the Siren or the Monster Hunter. But I was a Siren in the first 2, so I feel like I should be a Siren in this one.
I'll probably be the hunter,
Is that the white guy with the...
not the
creatures?
soldier. I don't know. Yeah, the guy who summons creatures or whatever.
Well, that works out because I want to be Mose, the gunner, the one who summons like a battle mech tank that she can fight with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Word.
She reminds me of Tron from the Capcom games.
Yeah, because the other guy, the only one we didn't talk about was Zane, and he's the operative, a member of the Flint family, and he looks a lot like, what's his name?
Randolph. Or is that what it was?
Randolph.
No, what's his name?
I have no idea what
Doesn't it begin with an R?
Roland?
Yeah.
Roland.
Or Axton.
No. What?
I thought he was talking about Clerks.
No.
Reindeer. What's his name? Randolph. No one's even named Randolph.
That's not true. I know 2 Randolphs.
That's horseshit.
I worked with
What
them
are their-
at Pal.
What are their first, last names, and socials?
Samsonite.
One was Randolph W, and the other one was Randolph B, and they were son and daughter.
Nobody has letters as last names.
Well, I didn't want to say the last name on the thing.
That's cheating anyway. But yeah, so that comes out September 13th. I'm sure we're all looking forward to it. I got to look at my schedule and see when I can not go to work.
You can always not go
Yeah.
to work.
Fair point.
Unless you're looking at your schedule to see what days you work, so you're not going in.
The interesting thing is the 13th is a Friday. September 13th.
The Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I ordered it, but it probably won't be here till Saturday that week
Boo earns.
because I didn't order next day or day of delivery or
I'm
whatever.
going to just do the download.
Yeah, but then you don't get the cool stuff with it.
I'm not buying this special edition. I waste too much money on
I
other
thought you learned from the Arkham Asylum thing that you should always buy the.
Why? Because I still want the Batarang
Yeah.
to this day.
Hey, I hear you talk about it all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, I went for the mid-tier one. The one that gives you like a new skin to start with but pays for all the DLC.
Oh, the $100
Because
one.
I'm going to play it anyway.
I never play the DLC.
DLCs are so good in Borderlands.
I never play
They
them.
were probably the best part of Borderlands too.
Never played them.
Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, and
I get bored too quickly.
Well, what I like about their DLCs though is that they try to do something different or themed with each one. Like the D&D Tiny Tina you just mentioned
Yeah.
was pretty great. There was one that just focused on Claptrap and his universe.
the Pirates of the Sands.
The Pirates, that's right. And the big game hunter one. Like they're trying, guys.
Yeah.
And then,
They're not like, here's more maps to explore.
Then they released
and
all
shoot
those
your
like special
friends.
holiday ones, like Son of Cromerax and
Yeah. I
Oh, the Halloween one too? I think that was the first ever one.
yeah, Tiki Baja's on it.
never played.
Zombie Tiki Baja.
Yeah, the Christmas one's awesome because it's Marcus, and there's like a bunch of psychos that are like Tiny Tim
Oh, yeah. That's pretty.
and snowmen
See?
that come to life and attack you.
Never seen
Got to
it.
give them credit, I guess, for even if they will hire private investigators to come to your house and talk to you. By your silence, I'm assuming you didn't hear that news.
I have no idea what
You
you're
are
talking about.
correct, sir.
Okay, there was, and I'm paraphrasing here, but you can look it up in your free time, that there was a popular YouTube streamer who streamed some stuff or took clips for a video for his, basically a Borderlands 3, what we know so far type video, and long story short, I guess he wasn't supposed to share it, but he thought it was a Twitch stream, so it was fine, and they sent, like, private investigators to his house to ask him a bunch of questions, and are taking legal action against this guy.
They
for
do a
spoiling the game,
full cavity search.
probably.
Seems perfectly reasonable.
Ooh, sweet.
Was it the Walmart? Was it Walmart or Kmart the one who wouldn't sell parental advisory albums?
Walmart? They used to have censored versions.
Yeah. So you could never get music there.
Yeah, I remember that.
You always had to go to Best Buy.
Dude, remember when we used to take like trips to Allentown to buy albums because it's the only place you could go?
Yeah.
I know. I thought
What
about
fools
doing
we
it.
were.
Thought about doing it again.
Just for nostalgic reasons,
Just
like go to Best Buy in Allentown and buy a fucking CD.
I want to hit up Double Decker Records. See if they're
I don't even know
still
what that
around.
is.
You-
Oh, is that the one in like on Chew Street? Was it?
It was like 8th Street or something.
Yeah, you
No,
went
yeah.
across the bridge,
Yeah, right across the bridge. I don't know.
past the.
It was like an
hockey
indie
stadium.
CD place.
Last time I was there before the stadium was there, so that's 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I was there.
Oh man, we should check if that still exists.
It does. I checked the website.
Well, it just means the website's up.
Well, it's still. I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
I wonder if they survive long enough to like lean into the record.
Yeah, it looks like it's
World,
all
you know what I
vinyl now.
Yeah, they used to have a whole shitload there. That was basically what they were there for.
Yeah. It's
What are your guys' thoughts on this vinyl resurrection?
Is it digital?
What?
No, it's vinyl.
Oh, then I'm not going to listen to it.
Dude, I don't know. I dig it. I got some soundtracks. It's pretty fun. Just pop on The Burbs
Yeah.
and listen to background music when
He
you're
can
doing something
Put it on
else.
his Discman on the way to work.
I like the idea of it, but the last thing I need is another expensive hobby.
Exactly.
Like I don't have time to do the hobbies I have already paid for. Like how about we pump the brakes on the rest of these hobbies? You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's
I just think it's less convenient than the way music is now.
I know, but it's fun. Like I used to buy CDs and then I'd sit and listen to the entire CD and like read with the lyrics and shit and like have a good time. Now you could just do it with records again, or because I don't know where to get a CD player.
They have deals on record players all over the place, but now we're like CD player, forget it.
Yeah, exactly.
So CDs will be back in 10 years, you think?
Yeah, it's cyclical.
No. Cassette tapes.
Ooh.
And then CDs.
Actually, I hear they're starting to come back a little bit with all this 80s nostalgia bullshit coming out.
Yeah, it's like vinyl. Like if you're buying vinyl, which you're probably not going to listen to, they give you the free download, digital download, and they have like collector edition cassettes and shit too. I don't know. You got to do something to make money in the music industry, I guess.
That's true.
More importantly, when is 8-track coming back? Remember that shit?
No, neither do you, because it was gone before you were born.
You don't remember it.
No, I remember. No, I don't remember like buying an 8-track and listening to an 8-track, but I do remember like getting in someone's high school beater back in,
Oh, true.
the 90s, and they didn't even have a fucking radio. They just had the 8-track deck. No one ever had any actual 8-tracks. They just had the deck that's been in there for 30 fucking years.
Yeah, no one ever made like a iPhone to 8-track adapter.
It's an untapped market, guys. We should get in on the ground floor.
That would be pretty cool.
But the whole thing about 8-track was it sounded like shit, but it was portable.
Yeah, because you couldn't have a record player in a car.
Right, and as soon as cassettes came out, they're like, hey, this is portable, smaller, and doesn't sound like complete garbage, and you can put more songs on it. It's like, oh, I guess we don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
But enough of the history lesson. I do have one other piece of news to see how you guys feel about this. The Universal Studios is shutting down the movie The Hunt.
Is it for good? Like, not ever going to come out?
Isn't it already done?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's
Yeah, it's done. They quote-unquote shelved it, which probably means that a year or two from now, when shit dies down, they'll
It's never
release it
gonna-
to like streaming only.
We're in America. People get shot all
Yeah.
the time.
they're going to delay it a year every time there's a mass shooting.
Yeah, it'll never come out.
Yeah, I mean, because the president, which is still crazy to say, but he started tweeting about it and saying how it's awful. Because apparently in the movie, the quick and dirty rundown, if you haven't heard of it, is that a bunch of people were essentially kidnapped in America, dumped somewhere, and are being hunted for sport.
So it has absolutely nothing to do with mass shooting.
I just watched a movie like
No.
that.
It was called Hostel, or The most dangerous game.
The most dangerous game, but also imagine the new Predators movie, but instead of being hunted by predators, they were being hunted by people.
Yeah.
It's conceptually the exact
That's
same
exactly
movie.
what it was. It was like
Two
5
predators.
rich people and 5 fucking
Yeah.
felons or whatever, and they just kidnapped them and brought them to an island.
Yeah, so it's almost nothing like a mass shooting, but for some reason they're not going to release it.
Boo-hoo.
I mean, I wasn't going to watch it.
The point of contention is they're setting up in the trailer the hero, played by Betty Gilpin, who's from Glow.
Yeah, okay.
She is like a country girl who very quickly starts unraveling this whole thing.
Is she
and
racist?
since she's
'Cause
from
then that makes sense.
No, because she's from the country and they're being hunted
so
by
she-
rich elites, it means that
So she
they're
is
trying to
racist.
murder the salt of the earth folk.
All right, I get it.
You don't make any sense.
No, the argument's completely fucking stupid. It's a movie.
Yeah, sure.
Don't watch it. You
Well-
can just not watch it.
Violent movies make people shoot people. Didn't you know that? That's
Do you ever
people
see
say.
John Wick? He's killing people all the time.
Yeah, I forgot about that uptick in spy violence.
So many
started coming out
assassinations
since-
lately. It's crazy.
People killing dogs.
And, well, it's funny you say it because down the street they opened a old-timey switchboard with hot tattoo chicks running everything.
Oh, wow.
So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
Is there a nice hotel around there that doesn't take anything but...
American Express.
Just like in John Wick. It's everywhere he wants to go.
Yeah, I
That would
tried
be
to pay with a
great
Cap
ad
1
campaign.
card, and they gave me all kinds of shit.
If you saw Keanu Reeves in a commercial and he was pimping Amex as his John Wick character,
You'd have to. Have to get an American Express.
Dude, it's just a matter of time. They're just going to keep making those movies until they become unprofitable.
like Fast and Furious.
Exactly, which they're doing spin-offs. And I do believe John Wick is getting a TV show spin-off.
Ugh, that's where they go wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the story is it has to do with the hotel and
Just
the colorful people that come into the hotel. So it's not really
So it's going to be
John
like a
Wick,
rom-com.
It's going to be like that show, Room 202 or whatever. Which just every week's a different story about somebody.
Oh, I was thinking like Faulty Towers.
That too.
I think it's supposed to be more like Homeward Bound with talking animals.
With Fievel?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's American Tail.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking, why do you even talk? Just shut your microphone. Getting Fievel mixed up with whatever other nonsense we're talking about. Who knows?
Yeah, who does know? We went on a rant there.
Talking about nonsense.
Yeah, that does it for our news. Anything else you guys want to discuss that really fired you up this week, Scientist?
I don't think he's got anything.
No, I can't think of anything. Is there some news I missed that would annoy me?
This Jeffrey Epstein guy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, I mean,
I like how he committed suicide, and right away the Attorney General of the United States is like, we're going to investigate this. But there were 2 mass shootings like 5 days earlier, and he hasn't said a word about it.
Well, that's not his problem.
It's not his buddy.
Yeah.
yeah, it's apparently he killed himself in his cell, and now there's a conspiracy theory out there that the Clintons masterminded the whole thing.
Yeah, there's plenty of conspiracy theories out there.
What would they even have to do with him molesting kids at all?
That's the thing. I don't really want to actually research that because it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But the problem with the Clinton theory is that the president retweeted it this morning, which was just
On brand.
great.
Oh, and then Bernie called him an idiot.
Yeah, pretty on brand. I don't know why I even get surprised about this shit anymore.
For real.
So he retweeted that the Clintons, what, did they break in and beat him up and hang him?
No, it was just...
It wasn't all the testimony released from his ex-wife or whatever, and all the kids accusing him of molesting him.
Who knows? I don't follow
QAnon.
or Trump.
More importantly, I just saw that Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth broke up, which is just a bummer.
So Liam Hemsworth is single?
Yeah.
You go distract him, and I'll grab Miley Cyrus.
You can have her.
What is Liam Hemsworth famous for? He's been in movies. I know he has.
His last name?
But, well,
I know Chris.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's look it up.
oh, that's why I don't know who he is. He got really big doing the Hunger Games stuff.
Oh, right there. There you go.
Yeah, he looks exactly like Chris Hemsworth.
Did an episode of Workaholics. There you go.
I wish I was...
In the episode called Wolves of Rancho, he played Cushing Ward.
I think he's in a movie with Larry the Cable Guy.
We should all be so fucking young.
Yeah, seriously.
Hashtag get her done.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, because they're going to hear the stuff we just talked about, and we're going to get some mail.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
You're right. Fuck it. Get her done. Hashtag it.
He was in Triangle. That was it.
Oh, which guy in Triangle?
I don't know. But he was in it.
Okay.
He was one of the guys that dies.
Don't they all?
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Dude, that movie, I haven't watched it since it came out. I need to watch that again, because I remember it being really good.
It is really
It
good.
is good.
But I only remember Melissa George in it. I'll have to check it out. All right, let's put that on the list of things. And what were our plans for our live episodes? I remember there was eating a bunch of Big League Chew.
Watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Big League's Big Adventure. I think there was another one.
I just made that up.
I'm probably right. You're the one with the record of the tape, so.
I mean, I could always go back and listen to it, but, who has the time?
Yeah,
right?
seriously.
So many expensive hobbies already.
I know, it's ridiculous. So let's get into the game then while we're here. If you guys have a minute.
Let's do it.
I don't want to pull you away, but
Tell us about it.
this week we are talking about the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PC, Mac OS, Linux classic Brutal Legend, which was released October 13th, 2009, known as an action-adventure real-time strategy game, which, man, I don't remember the real-time strategy part.
You didn't watch a speedrun of it, did you?
No, I did not.
Wasn't it just
The whole game is real-time strategy, so I don't know.
stage versus stage shit?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Kind of like Tower Defense.
But it was made by Double Fine Productions and published eventually by EA. Written by the guy who was the creative mind behind it, named Tom Schafer.
Wow. That's a big name and a big studio for such a shitty game.
Is he really? What else did he
Tim
do?
Schafer, Secret of Monkey Island.
He said Tom Schafer.
Well, that's all Double Fine.
Was I incorrect? Was it a Tim Schafer and I just screwed this whole thing up?
Oh, no. I might have just fucking...
I could have been wrong, but I know Double Fine and they did all that stuff.
Whoa. Scientist saying he could have been wrong?
Mistaken. I could have been mistaken.
No, he was not mistaken, which pains me to say. It was Tim Schafer.
They
apologies
also did
to
Psychonauts and stuff, like awesome games. Not that Brutal Legend is terrible, but
It looked terrible.
it's nothing compared to Psychonauts.
Well, who picked this game? Which one of you guys did?
I
this to us?
did.
All right. Well, why don't you give us a little rundown and a little lead into this game?
Don't be so condescending. This isn't a Scotchy, at least.
I don't even know what...
Well, verdict is still out.
What's the main guy's name?
Eddie.
Eddie. Okay. You play as Eddie. On to you guys. No. You're a roadie for a crappy rap rock Linkin Park type band named Cabbage Boy. And you get crushed when the stage falls on you, and you
We
get...
were saving the bassist or whatever when he was doing
Oh,
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. But you get swept to a mystical world of heavy metal-like creatures that are half motorcycle. I don't know. Fucking weird shit.
Typical heavy metal imagery.
Yeah. And you just have to help save the world there.
The way my mind made sense of all this was basically just as if the character you play of Eddie Riggs basically went into a world that was just a metal album cover.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
And now that's the world you are in.
Well, it's like the heavy metal. Like, what was it?
And your weapons are an axe and a guitar. So
Yeah.
2 axes.
Yeah, there's a lot of there has always been a lot of overlap with like metal and the D&D crowd, right? Like that's always been
Yeah, like,
kind of a thing.
like druids
that
and
imagery.
shit. Yeah.
Druids and battle axes and
And
that kind of
in
thing.
the beginning, for some reason, when they were showing that whole mountain of skulls, I was thinking of Vigo the Carpathian. On a mountain of skulls and a
Scourge
castle
of
of pain.
Moldavia.
And a mountain of skulls and a castle of pain. I sat on a throne of blood.
Damn.
Scourge of Carpathia commands you.
And before his head died,
Time.
Oh, I should memorize that. He was beaten, stabbed,
Yeah.
poisoned, shot, drowned,
drawn, quartered.
drawn a court. That's right. That was in there too. Oh, what a great fucking movie.
It so is.
A lot of people really shit on Ghostbusters 2
It was so good.
because it's yeah. I mean, I think if it would have been one of those movies like I saw them when I was a kid, like I wasn't able to watch it when it came out, because I was 3. So years later, I watched them together, and I always thought of them as the same thing. You know what I mean? Like 1 and 2.
Nah, 2's better, I think.
You're like the buzzing of flies to him.
I'm just gonna go ahead and paint a little kitten here. Still, the first time I saw, oh man, I think it was you, Chump Slap. The first time I saw a picture of Vigo the Carpathian, there was actual like a little kitten drawn next to him.
Oh, yeah.
You had that as like your background on PlayStation or something.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, that's my PS3 background, I think.
Is it still to this day?
It's the picture's still on there, but
Awesome. Fantastic. But anyway, so I guess the story starts where Eddie is being the roadie, and he gets. I got that he got crushed by like a stage
Yeah.
set.
yeah, he saves the singer or the bassist or whatever.
Yeah, these are like dancing on the set, and it's about to collapse. He runs out and catches them.
He goes on this speech about how if the roadie did his job right, no one will ever know he was there.
Yeah.
He just sinks into the background. It's stupid shit. And
He gets real high and mighty about the whole roadie lifestyle.
Yeah.
yep. And then, boom, collapse, stage, dead.
Killed. A monster shows up and blows off people's heads.
Yep.
Yes, apparently the story I read is that the belt buckle he used is an amulet for Ormagodon,
Oh my god.
which was that big monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up in the temple of Ormagodon, surrounded by cultists, it looks like.
Yeah, he wakes up with druids praying, and he gets an axe
And a guitar.
and a guitar and beats the hell out of them.
Have any of us played this game?
No.
No.
I remember playing it for like 20 minutes and being like, this is not my thing, and then giving up on it.
Yeah, it's like a tower defense game, isn't it?
That's what yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
RTS.
Yeah, never played those.
Yeah.
And then he makes a car that he drives around.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? There's just like pieces of cars everywhere.
So he can get around the world better. Yeah, why not?
Because how do they all work? Is it magic? Is this some magic I don't know?
I know, because I'm right there with you. I did not understand the engineering in this world, because if you remember later, there's a side mission where they rip out the spines of pigs, and those are now weapons. I don't understand. Well, I did read that in the game you can like customize your hot rod, which he calls the Druid Cart.
Hot rod sounds shockingly cool.
No, he calls it Clementine.
He calls it a couple things.
Yeah, he does.
But they basically, as soon as he gets in there, he meets with Ophelia, who I guess we can call his love interest, right? That's fair.
Yeah.
And then he gets his ass guitar, and they get out of there in the Druid Cart, and they head to Bladehenge, which is like the safe house, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, the home base of
Lita, Lars, and Ophelia live there.
The human resistance, so to speak.
Against Lion White and Doviculus.
Which I never kind of understood why there's a human resistance.
Because
like, why are there humans here?
They're
rather than
enslaved.
just demons?
Yeah, they're enslaved.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, because
your first missions are to go save them.
Yeah, it's to unenslave the
That's right.
headbangers.
Unenslave.
Isn't that what you say?
De-slave them.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, what happens once they get to Bladehenge there, Syintist?
There you meet Lita and Lars, who are brother and sister kind of leaders of this. And they tell you about what's going on in the world and say you were brought by Ormagodon to help deliver us and liberate humanity from the enslavement or whatever. And of course, then Eddie goes on a rant about building an army and taking his crew on the road, and we'll do all this and free humanity.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yeah, let's do that. Now go rescue some dudes.
He's like, where's your army? And Lars is like, there they are, man, just banging their heads against walls.
Yeah, because
mining.
Some are enslaved in the mines.
Which there was a great moment, and I wrote down this quote to pepper in here, but Lars takes Eddie to the mine or the quarry, I don't know what you call it, where they're just banging their heads against the rocks. And Lars is like, dude, I don't even know what we would do if we freed these guys. Like, they're too far gone. And he says the quote, what do you do with a bunch of kids that don't know how to do anything but bang their heads all day long? And then Eddie gets like, he tears up. Eddie does. And he goes, start a revolution, Lars.
Which is kind of
I guess
the theme and the motif through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is where you get your first soldiers, basically, the headbangers, which will basically just attack things for you and slam their heads against it.
The Iron Heads or something? Is that what they're called?
Iron Head with an extra E on the end. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of their whole army.
Yeah.
Yep. So you go break them all out, and you have to fight these big fucking guys with big fists.
The guards.
Tiny heads, big fists. Yeah.
I like how you play your guitar to recruit them.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. They just like stop banging their head. Like, what was that?
Yeah. Well, they still bang their heads because even when they're standing still, they're like banging their
Yeah,
heads.
they look pretty ridiculous with like normal sized heads and ridiculous lats. It looks like a fridge with a triangle on top of it, basically.
It's exactly what it looks like.
But they're great, man. They're always willing to like get into some shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fight the enemies for you.
Yep.
So you save them, beat the boss.
And then you go back to Bladehedge, and Ophelia's hurt.
Yeah, the game is an open world game.
Yeah.
So you can do stuff in different order, and I think the cutscene movie wasn't super. At least the one I watched wasn't super great.
Yeah, mine was pretty horrible because I was like, what? It was just jumpy. But
And then you realize you're in like the next scene.
Yeah,
But yes, like you said, you arrive back at the camp. Ophelia is all jacked up, and she won't say how she got hurt.
Well, she said
At least not at first.
was rescuing the women from the sex station, I guess, or whatever the fuck they call
yeah,
it.
she doesn't tell you right away. She's like, I can't tell you what I was doing.
Don't they call it the Pleasure Dome?
Something like
Something,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Pleasure something?
It's basically a rape fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And they have to they want to save Ophelia, so they need to go to a famous healer called the Killmaster.
Lemmy.
Famous healer
Yeah.
called the Killmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, right? Like, that's not, well, whatever.
Makes total sense.
But yeah, it's actually voiced by Lemmy, and it's a Lemmy approximation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one taken from us way too young.
And he says he can't heal her, and he needs better strings.
He needs bigger strings.
Yeah. His spiders can't get them, so you're going to have to go to the Metal Queen and get strings from there.
So that's what you do.
Yep.
I just have in my notes, Eddie needs to go to the Spider Queen to get the strings, and then I just have in quotes underneath, this is all very stupid. Like,
That's how
Yeah.
they make their guitar strings, I guess. Spider silk.
Yeah.
But metal spider silk.
It's fucking real heavy metal.
oh, come on.
You
Fuck you, Chump Slap.
edit that out.
Let's bring it back. Okay. So you go into the Spider Queen, grab some strings, beat her up, and you make a motorcycle out of pieces that are just laying around. And you drive back.
Well, and then when you get back, you give the strings to Killmaster, and he heals Ophelia and agrees to help you on your quest to liberate humanity.
Yep.
And does he heal her with, like, funky beats?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
how,
You just play some badass bass. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, isn't this world music is, like,
magic.
I don't know how to say physical. Yeah, it's magic. Like,
Oh, like
his
like our
guitar
world?
can, like, shoot legs. Come on. That's 2 in a row, Chump Slap. What the fuck? No, like, our music can emotionally fix the world, but these can actually shoot lightning at people and,
Yeah.
I guess, heal them
Yeah.
somehow. But let's go with it. It's more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
That Ophelia's healed and said she has an army of razor girls who are, I guess, the ranged unit armies that you can use in this game.
She says, meet me at the Razor Fields, and I'll tell you how I got hurt and tell you my secret. So you're like, fuck yeah. So you go to the Razor Fields, you run into all these, look like women.
That's how I would explain them too. Yes.
And she tells you about killing these razor boars to get the weapons out of their body, because apparently their skeletons are very powerful weapons that shoot like fireballs, some shit.
Makes sense.
And that's how she got hurt. She was trying to do it herself. She needed a big man to do it.
So you hop on your bike and kill a bunch of them and make weapons for the Razor Girls.
And these are the ones where she just rips their spines out, right? I mentioned these. Yeah. They're like, hey, what are you doing there? They're like, Jesus Christ.
I don't think it made that sound, but yeah.
I think that was perfect.
Oh, really?
I'm not that Winslow guy from Police Academy.
Kellen
I'm
Winslow?
sorry.
Oh.
Yes, Kellen Winslow. Was he the screw up or was that his son?
His son. I'm pretty sure Kellen Winslow was like a pretty good tight end from the 70s. But his son was on the Browns, I think, a couple of years ago.
Yep.
The family
That's the
that Family Matters is about? The Winslows?
Yes.
Okay.
The exact ones.
All right.
Jesus. Okay, so then you rip out a bunch of spines, and they're like, all we need to do is clean these, and they'll be awesome weapons.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then in my notes, right after that, I just have rock show, exclamation.
I have build stage.
Oh, okay. So it's the same thing. Because I guess you're bringing your roadie knowledge into...
Yeah, you have to build a stage and then fight off the other stage that the enemies build.
Yeah.
And this is the tower defense part, I guess.
Well, here's the thing I don't understand. There was like those portals with a bunch of ghost-like bodies coming out of them, and Eddie's like, those are our fans, man.
Yeah.
You know, that part, what were those actually? And were there like...
I just assumed
were the bad guys trying to cap them, and you had to defend them?
I just assumed they were...
It's like power.
Yeah, the power you use for your units in the game. To do
Ooh, that could be too.
RTS stuff.
Yeah, that's what I assumed it was. And the more fans you had, the more you could do.
Yeah,
So
yeah, the faster you can build stuff.
like mana or some shit.
Yeah.
You're supposed to tap your mana.
Oh, you learn in magic.
He took class.
At
NTG
the adult learning annex. It was like, hey, it was just a bunch of like 40-year-olds who wanted to connect more with their children, and then
40-year-olds with their 20-year-old children.
And then you.
And I'm like desperately trying to get into it. Like, no, it just seems rad.
Hey, come on, guys. It's cool.
Oh, good.
So you build the stage, and then Lion White, who's the guy you're trying to liberate humanity from, shows up. Who's just
Flies in on his hair.
Yeah. I was trying to skip over that part.
That's the best part.
He's like he's supposed to look like David Bowie, right? Like he's that analog.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, the first time I saw him flying by his hair, I was like, come on. Even for this game, it's pretty far out there.
He was a hair guy.
I mean, it was hair metal, right?
Yeah. It was like white
So
lion.
you end up beating his army, and he retreats, and everyone rejoice. Yay.
Yay. And then you drive into hell.
Yeah. You go to find the Guardian of Metal.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I must have dozed off for this part because I just have drive into hell. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because then you meet the Guardian of Metal after you travel through that, who is just Ozzy Osbourne.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just Ozzy. Like they didn't try to cloak him in someone else. They made the character look exactly like Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
And voiced by him. But I think he did fine.
He sounded like he was coherent.
Which is all you can really ask for, right? From Ozzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Wonder how
though.
many takes it took.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're right, he did sound like less marble mouth.
Sorry, Ozzy. Can you do that again?
Oh, Sharon. Anyway.
It's like when an actor tries to do like a foreign film and they try to speak in the language and they're just like they write them out on cue cards phonetically.
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
did for Ozzy. It was just English again.
Maybe.
And then he goes on to explain about the gods of metal who gifted humanity with these things, and so that they wouldn't lose the power of music or whatever bullshit he had.
Yeah. Was he saying that the gods of metal put all these car parts around so you could build cars?
Yeah, so you knew about cars and
Yeah.
stages and music.
Yeah, because he refers to himself, Ozzy, as a keeper of timeless secrets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I kind of gathered he got that, like you got the ability to make more stuff for your car or where to get the stuff or something like
Yeah, he
that.
seemed like an upgrade kind of guy. Like, you go to him he'll let you upgrade your shit.
Yeah.
We could be completely wrong because we didn't play the game, but
I think we're right on.
I agree.
Well, what he actually does in the game doesn't have anything to do with the plot, but
Touche.
Fair.
and then you fight another army battle. I think this is where I started to really condense my notes into.
Oh yeah, this is where you run into the first roadies.
We have the guards too, the guys with the big hands. You first get them.
Yeah. Oh wait, you got them.
Yeah, you can use them. I assume they're like a tanking type of unit.
Yeah, I was very confused because all of a sudden they had a bus and decided they needed to go on tour.
Well, that's what
Because they're coming with you.
Yeah, in the beginning, Eddie said we're taking this crew on the road to liberate humanity. So I assume after you build the bus, it's just to hold all your armies.
You have to build a bigger bus to get bigger.
Yeah. So you get guards and roadies who are kind of like a stealthy, sneaking type of unit.
Yeah,
shadows.
I like when it showed like you talking to them and they were like half there, half translucent.
Yeah.
It's like,
And who was the main roadie guy with the headset?
Oh, the guy who drove the bus?
yeah, I don't have his,
Magnus?
Magus something.
Magnus. Yeah, he's actually voiced by the other half of Tenacious D, Kyle Gass.
I couldn't picture who it was, but yeah, that makes sense.
And then I have Cannon Dude.
Cannon dude?
Yeah, he's like shooting a cannon, but he can't hit the armies, and you have to like show him how to aim in front of the armies so he hits them.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't see that
I
part.
assume that's some kind of ranged unit you get.
Which makes sense with the real-time strategy. Now, is this also the part, or am I jumping ahead, where Eddie grows wings?
Yeah, he kind of gets somehow, I don't remember, he gets infected and he grows wings.
Oh yeah, become. I have written become demon, get cured. Guards join you.
I just assumed it was a mechanic to make him fly around the battlefield to do the RTS stuff quicker.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Just like
But yeah, you can turn into a demon and fly around if you really want.
I mean, we could have looked all of this up, but
Why
Yeah,
would we
but this
start
is-
now?
I mean, come on.
this is when Ophelia's like all fucking weirded out by it.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh no, the prophecy's coming true."
And this whole time I got the impression, but the cutscene movie was a little wonky, but they're on their way to the Pleasure Dome, right? Like to free all the women.
No, they already did that. Well, sort of. They freed some of the women.
I think I
When
gathered.
they meet the roadies are the ones sneaking them out.
Okay.
I think they're just trying to fight White Lion or Lion
White, yeah.
right now.
They're trying to they have to
Yeah.
go to the Screaming Wall and then cross the Cleave and get to Lion White's castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess Lion White owns the Pleasure Dome, though, right? Pleasure Palace,
In Whitehall? Whitehaven?
Whitehall.
I think it's up near Scranton, isn't it?
I said Whitehaven. Hey, Whitehaven's what I meant to say.
I don't know.
So yeah, you go through the Screaming Wall and the roadies are there, and they're sneaking the women out of the Pleasure Dome. But you do go to the Pleasure somewhere in here. I don't know if you fight any battles there or not or whatever.
Eventually, but mostly Lita like turns on Ophelia. She doesn't believe she's for the task because I guess she used to. I have written here they think she's a tear drinker because her parents were.
Yeah, dark tears or
Yeah,
black
her
tears.
parents took part in the Black Tear Revolution or some shit.
Which I guess was the start of enslaving humanity, and she seems kind of like just like a petty thing that Lita doesn't like her.
Yeah, she's like, no way.
Yeah.
Very racist.
Yeah, definitely. We're pro tear drinker, by the way, on this podcast.
Yes, we're pro everything
Pro every.
except racism. Yeah, let's keep that in.
Well, I was gonna edit it out, and then you had that zinger, so now I guess it's staying.
All right.
What matters is the professionalism, which we've
Yeah.
already displayed several times by looking up all this stuff, which we didn't do.
What is professionalism?
You go to the Screaming Wall and you get new amps for your roadies, which I guess makes them a little bit better. It gives them another ability.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I assume that you're just upgrading your armies
Yeah.
every time you did something.
Yeah. And then I have Eddie and Ophelia kiss.
I'd say Eddie kisses Ophelia.
Yeah.
She's not.
Yeah, it's more like that. He kind of just grabs her.
And then he's like, "Oh, I trust you. Here, take my mother's necklace that my father gave me.
Yeah.
Which just looks, it's a shark tooth, right? That's what that thing is.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Looks like something you buy at Ocean City for $2.
Exactly. It's when I used to schnar those waves, bro.
And I like when they first get here. There's a banner set up by Lion White that says "Welcome, dirtbags." It has a picture of Lars as like a fat guy.
That's pretty great. It reminds me of The Simpsons, the two bad neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. Does that mean that you and Barbara are the bad neighbors? Oh God! But so I also have another question I didn't quite understand. But the main bad guy is, pronounce that name for me.
Diviculus.
Diviculus is the main bad guy.
Well, yeah, you start your quest for Lion White because I guess you don't know that Doviculus is there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you see like one flash of Diviculus, and he's like fucking
Voiced by Tim Curry.
a leather fork with weird teeth.
That's kind of what it is. That's a perfect description.
and like those warthog fangs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the point I'm getting at is the whole game was to get Lion White and free the people, and then you kill Lion White, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hold on a second. He wasn't even the real bad guy.
He was the puppet.
Yep. Exactly.
Which this is kind of... I don't think Brutal Legend earned this moment.
No.
Where it's like, hey, all of a sudden, yeah, I know you got me thinking, no, there's actually another bad guy. Gotcha.
Well,
It's just
Lion White
lame.
was like the human puppet that helped enslave other humans.
Was it? So was Lion White even a real person or just an extension of Diviculus?
He was a real person, but I think he was just...
Yeah, but after he dies, you don't even fucking skip a beat, and you're just like, boom, let's get Diviculus.
Yeah. There's no celebrating. It's just
Yeah.
immediately we got to actually kill the other guy.
Oh, I love when you run into Diviculus, and
Well, it's right now.
yeah,
After you beat Lion White.
I have it written down.
Tell us
Lars
all about
talks shit, gets hit.
Yeah, this is the area where they were all hiding, right?
Yeah, and Diviculus comes in, and he's like, fee fi fo fum
Yeah.
type shit.
I smell the blood of Sucuria, who was supposed to be his spy in the human world. And he kind of lost her and she disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. This is where they also throw in the element, oh, by the way, I have a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah, then everyone assumes it's Ophelia. They're like, see, he
Well-
was just talking about you.
Yeah.
Lars runs out and tries to save him, and then he gets hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Lars talks so much shit. He's like, we're going to take you down. And he just stabs him.
Yeah, dies pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice cut in his. It's kind of God of War-ish scar in his chest. He's not going to live through.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then Doviculus releases this huge monster you got to fight.
What was it? Like a teratoma?
I don't know what the hell it is. It's got like eyes everywhere.
Eyes and teeth and shit. Yeah.
Something metal.
So
Metal AF.
It was, yeah, sure was.
The whole game is just metal AF.
And this is where Lita, like fights Ophelia, and then you drive away with Lita.
Yeah, 'cause Lita's upset that he's dead, and
It's like, you did this, blah, blah, blah.
then Eddie's upset because Lita didn't tell him everything because they're supposed to be truthful to each other.
Yeah, I'm supposed to trust you, and you didn't tell me every fucking thing about you.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. We had so much
I'm
time.
leaving you here to die in the wilderness. We're leaving without you.
Yeah.
Kind of a dick move.
Kinda.
Yeah, that's what she's like, just crying on the ground.
Yeah.
She's like, they warned me something like you would happen.
Yeah.
I was like,
Portents.
oh no.
How dare you?
Then they have a funeral for Lars. A metal AF funeral.
Of course.
With Rob Halford shows up.
Yeah. Well, that's after 3 months later, because after they have the funeral, then it's 3 months later. And then
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I get that Rob Halford was the leader of the Pyro guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the Goths attack, he shows up.
Did they call them Goths?
No, but that's what
Because
they
that's
are.
what they were. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I have written down.
I have written down that they are referred to as the Tainted Coil.
Goths. Gotcha.
Goths.
I don't understand what that's a reference to.
Well, this is when you find out you got to go to the Sea of Black Tears because Ophelia's creating these Goths.
Well, Doviculus opened up the Sea of Black Tears, and Judas Priest tells you about them. Yeah.
Yes.
And Judas Priest tells you. The friggin' pyro leather daddy told you all about them.
Yeah. So then you set off and you build a bridge over the gorge because apparently that was blocking your way the whole time.
Well, don't you're just driving to the sea, and then Ophelia shows up
you
and
build the bridge
destroys the fucking road.
Ophelia, who is the queen goth.
Yeah.
And uses her music to blow up the bridge. So
she got her heart broken.
Here's where stuff gets weird. Because, it's the open world game, so I just have written here that Eddie attempts to basically recruit other gangs to, other gangs of humans to fight against.
Yeah, this is where you find the beast riding kiss women.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Like the Amazonian Zelia tribe, I believe they refer to them as.
Something like that.
I don't know.
I just put kiss women.
Kiss women.
And they ride these big ass, I don't even know what they are. They look
Cats.
Are they cats? I don't.
Cat panda.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, it was crazy shit.
But they're the size of dump trucks.
Yeah.
Pretty badass. But that's where they take him, the Zolia tribe, take him to their underground lair, I guess we call it. And that's where they showed Eddie a picture of his father.
Well, no, they're trying to kill you.
Yeah, you're trying to recruit them, and they're like, no.
Yeah, we don't need you. And then you use your guitar music magic.
And then they see the relics, and they're like, is this you?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, man.
That's my dad.
That's so my dad, bro.
I did skip over it a little bit, but they come around.
That's my Jack Black voice. I don't know.
That was pretty good. I thought it was great.
Pretty good.
Great job, Chump Slap.
Your dad's name is Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Which, all right.
Your dad
it's good.
fought the Black Tear Rebellion or whatever, and he was the only survivor.
Yeah, this is where you find out, your dad fought next to Ophelia's parents.
Yeah.
So now they think you're a traitor, too.
Yeah, I have a problem when games do that where they just, reveal these secrets.
That you had no idea.
There was no indication whatsoever any of this was ever an actual thing. It's like, ooh, but what you didn't know was this plot point that changes everything. It's like, wait, what? Now we're going to... Come on.
Yeah, there's some story about them going into the future to get the metal gods, what the metal gods left for humanity, and his dad ended up getting sucked into the whatever.
Yeah, but does he ever even bring up his dad before this?
Well, I mean, he hasn't had a reason.
No, the only time he did was when he said, I got this belt buckle from my dad.
Oh, yeah. That's when he finds, yeah.
But that doesn't, I wouldn't count that. Because no one mentions his father or Ragnarok or anything before this moment.
Yeah.
It's like in a good game, the action should create another scenario, and then you solve that problem, or you get moved on to the next thing or whatever. Not, all right, we completed this. Cool, I guess we can live and be harmonious. Yay. Oh, wait, by the way, my dad fought on the other side. It's like, wait, what? How is this moving the story?
Yeah, but his dad helped save these kiss women, so they decided to join your army.
So, yeah, that's good.
Ultimately, yeah.
Yeah, because your dad went in the future and you came back. But
yep, and then you go to a stage fight with Ophelia, apparently.
Yeah, and she gives you her goth story about how she became super goth.
Is this the part where it's like a 3-minute music video?
Yeah, I was very confused about that. I'm glad you guys also saw that, because I was not sure.
Yeah, it was dumb.
And you end up fighting her a couple of times through the Sea of Black Tears.
Yeah, then this is where you hear about your father joining Socoria when they went back in time or whatever. Forward in time.
So are the Tainted Coil, the emo army, in cahoots with Devothikus, or is this just like a sidetrack?
I think they're working with Deviculus.
Okay.
They're working with Deviculus under Ophelia?
He opened up the Sea of Black Tears, which makes them goth.
Well, I think he opened it just so she could get her army and fight for him. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds right. And this is where Deviculus tells you.
Yeah, then you end up with a Mexican standoff between Ophelia, Deviculus, and Eddie. And he mentions that she's not Socoria. Socoria was your mom, and that's what...
He's like, that's why I said I could smell her blood Because you're part of her, you fucking moron.
I missed the fucking moron part, but yeah, it was pretty much.
Well, once he whips out his 4-neck guitar.
Yeah, it's implied.
And then he kills Ophelia, just because he's diviculous. And that's
Yeah,
what
for like
does.
funsies. He didn't have a reason
Yeah.
to do it. He's just like, oh yeah, by the way, dead.
It's like, see how little I is. See, this hurt less than what you did to her. It's like, douche.
Yeah, and then you have the big army boss battle against Diviculus.
Don't you fight this syringe spewing castle face
I
monster?
think that's all the same thing.
It's all part of the same battle.
I think it's just a long RTS battle against his army. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you cut his head off, and then you scream, saying, decapitation.
That's right. Decapitation. Like, that's
Then-
kind of in bad taste, but all right.
Yeah, right.
Then for some reason you jump into the sea of black tears and swim to the bottom and find the real Ophelia.
You know why? Because you steal the heart out of Diviculus's
that's
chest.
Right. That's right.
Because he just opens his chest and puts her heart in there.
Yeah.
And then it turns into the... No, that's not where it... Is that where it turns into your mom's necklace?
Yeah. When you kill him.
Yeah. He's like, I knew it. It wasn't actually you.
Yeah, which I don't understand how that explains that. But
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
A lot of this
Swim.
doesn't make much sense.
Nope.
Well, I have. This is the end of my notes. Save the real Ophelia and then happy ending.
Yeah, you jump into the Sea of Tears, and then you find... You're like, I knew it wasn't actually you. And she's still at the bottom. And I guess she didn't die.
No, she was kind of replaced by a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see the word doppelganger in there, but I mean, so the end, they go back to Bladehenge, like the pyros were there, the Amazonian women were there, and everyone was celebrating, and
Yeah, they're kind of like a big concert.
Lita is like still leading the fight against like the last remaining demons. So like, but this is where I don't understand. The ending is so ambiguous because Eddie's like, everyone's like, "Are you gonna go now?" He's like, "No, man, I'm here. I'm staying here. I'm a roadie, man. That's what I do. I fight evil." It's like, I'm gonna go run some errands. Then he leaves, and Ophelia cries. And I feel like they left it open as if,
There's going
he's
to be
not.
a sequel.
I left it open as like he's not coming back, like he's leaving.
No, like he was like a dad who's like, I'm going to get cigarettes and
Yeah.
never come back.
That's the vibe I got from it. Maybe I just misread that, but
No, that sounds right.
Yeah, because he gives the fucking stupid speech again from the beginning.
About the roadies being
The
seen in the
roadies did
shadows.
everything, yeah.
They don't get the groupies.
They're so goddamn cool.
we're here to make someone else look good. But that's it. That's the whole game.
Yeah, that's the entire
Oh, we
game.
didn't even talk about the opening scene where it's fucking Jack Black like, hey, check this out. I found this awesome record.
I
I thought I was watching the wrong video
so
at
did
first.
Me too. But going through the whole game and watching that part again, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked how he pulls the record off. Like, you gotta check this out. He opens it, and that's like the first screen of the game.
Yeah, that was
the
actually
sucker
pretty
game.
neat.
Yeah, but I hope you don't have to go through that every time because that'd be really annoying. Although
Every
how
time
many-
you start the game.
How many times are you actually going to start the game?
Yeah, seriously.
You're going to play it and decide you don't like it and then never play it again.
Which is exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because it can't be that hard to platinum.
I don't know. I'm not about fucking RTSs.
I'm not. Were there any RTSs you guys enjoyed?
Would XCOM be an RTS?
Yeah, kind of.
Other than
Well,
XCOM.
it's-
That's just turn based.
Yeah. Civilization. That's kind of
I never played that.
I remember really enjoying God, what was Command and Conquer back in the day?
Yeah, that's an RTS.
Like the
I've
mid
never
to late
played like
90s.
And like the old Warcraft.
tower defense games.
Tower defense games they're all right.
I've never been a fan. I don't understand it.
All right, so
That's
anything
it,
else
that's
you
the
want to
game.
talk about with this fucking story or what?
I'm pretty sure you guys had to write some quotes down.
No.
Nah, neither did I.
I used
I've-
all of mine in the descriptions.
I got the one quote from the beginning where he's like, man, do you ever wish you could just go back in time to the 70s? And he's like, nah, man, I'd want to go back earlier, like the early 70s.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, that was
I
the
mean,
best quote.
I liked the character of Eddie, and I like how it's a send up of the metal world and how ridiculous it is. I just didn't understand the choice to make it turn based or real-time strategy. Like, if it was just a button masher, like,
If it was like a hack and slash God of War type.
that would have made so much more sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or were they trying to, like, get in that metal/D&D crowd and make it more strategy-esque? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I read somewhere that there's like 100 different metal songs in this game. If you play it, I guess.
There were a lot in the cutscene movie that would play just randomly as you drove around.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about all the big names that did voices, like Lemmy did, and Ozzy, and Rob Halford did.
Lita Ford.
And there's also another person, the woman who played...
Isn't it? Who's Lita?
Is Lita
Lita
Ford, I think?
No, it's not Lita.
See, that's what I just said.
Lita
Scientists
Ford
looked at
is
me like
in
I'm a
this, but I
fucking
don't know if
idiot.
she plays the character named Lita.
Yeah, I thought I
unless
saw
on
that.
IMDb it doesn't have her real name. Why can't I?
Well, on the wiki, I'm pretty sure it said Lita Ford.
Oh, maybe it was.
I don't know.
Well, the point I'm getting at is the woman who voiced Ophelia is named Jennifer Hale, who has a shitload of credits for voiceovers in video games. And the big ones I have written here, she was Fem Shep from Mass Effect 1. She was the original female Shepard. She is Ash from Overwatch. And the big one, Rosalind Lutece from Bioshock Infinite.
The only one I know.
All right, fucking fine. I'm trying to add some facts in here.
No,
You know-
I liked it. It was good. It was good. Keep it
Who
up.
was Ormagoden? That was a famous person, wasn't it?
But we didn't even. I don't think we even mentioned the name, the Titans.
Oh, they were the ones that gifted metal to humanity.
Yeah, they didn't really go into it that much, did they?
No.
Well, see, this is the thing. I read the wiki before I watched the cutscene movie, and the wiki had a lot more information.
Yeah, it did.
Apparently, the Titans were like they were the ones who gifted metal to humanity, but they were like an ancient, old civilization, and no one could read their texts except for Eddie, and that was because of who his father was.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So he unlocks their secrets because he's the only one that can read the shit.
Okay. You know what I liked about this game? The end was the like collage of here's people working on the game. You know, just like people saying hi and shit. You don't see that anymore during credits.
No, you're right. That was pretty neat. It was just like the studio people around the office that are just like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty rad. I second that.
Let's see more of that.
But who was the person? Oh, Lita Ford voiced Rima.
Who the fuck's Rima?
I have no idea. Let's take a look here with the power of the internets.
Oh, that's Brutal Legend 2.
Brutal Legend is the queen. Oh, she was the main Amazonian warrior.
Oh, okay.
The queen of the Zulia, a group of female warriors who ride metal beasts into battle.
Metal.
Yeah. Are you guys big fans of metal? Like, did this really hit that button for you guys?
No.
I love metal. I've been listening to like old school Megadeth and Anthrax lately.
Nice.
That's fucking good stuff.
Yeah, I don't have any aversion to it. I just never got into it.
Well, that's
I don't have more story. That's just,
yeah. That's your loss. I don't know what to tell you. Metal's fucking
Start with
metal.
Megadeth and Anthrax.
Yeah, listen to Rust in Peace and Persistence of Time.
Persistence of Time is really good.
It's a lot slower than I remember. Like,
I just remember Got the Time, and that was...
time, got the time, tick, tick, ticking in my head. Go. Yeah, it's good stuff.
let's start with final thoughts then, because I think we're gonna say everything we're gonna say about this game.
Yeah, probably.
So let's start with you, Syintist. Would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you?
I wouldn't play it. The story wasn't terrible. I mean, it was a typical I'm here to save the world kind of story, just with metal thrown in. At its base, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was kind of annoying that you're the son of a human spy, or no, a demon spy as a human, and savior of the human, whatever the hell you were. I don't know.
Yeah, was your dad even human?
I don't know. They don't really say anything about it.
Because they went to the future, which is, I assume, to have you. Because you
Yeah,
come from the future. I don't understand.
Well, to fill in another spot from the wiki, your father went into the future, and then Davidicus sent
Leviticus
sent a spy into the future as well, and that was your mom, and you two they hooked up and had you. Because the spy he sent, your mother, saw that it was the future, and eventually humans survived and run everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So she was fucking bummed about it, and like, all right, I guess I'll hook up with this Eddie guy. Or
oh,
this
that's why he was
Ragnarok
like,
guy.
yeah, all right.
It was kind of how they worked all the roadie stuff in was at least interesting. I gave it 7 out of 27, which is a decent rating for me.
That is pretty good for you.
That's normally that's better than trash. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's definitely better than trash. I didn't. It was, but I think I had really low expectations going in.
I had higher expectations. It's going to show.
And so I was a little bit impressed that it wasn't as shitty as I thought it was going to be. Well, don't get me wrong; it's still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But yeah, 7.
All right, 7.
All right, I'll take that. What about you there, Chump Slap? Would you play it? Would you score it? The story work for you?
There's no way in fucking God's green earth that I'd play this game. It's not my type. I do not like real-time strategy, Castle Crashers type stuff.
Castle Crashers isn't a real-time strategy.
Castle, whatever.
Tower defense?
Tower defense is what I meant to say, yes. I don't think the story worked at all. It was just, oh, we're just going to fight this guy because he's enslaving somebody. Oh, it's this guy who's enslaving him. Oh, it's this guy who's... I don't know. It didn't work for me. I like the whole heavy metal type world and shit. So that was the only gain of 5 points for me. I gave it a 5 out of 27.
Damn. All right. Wow. Okay, so I would say, would I play it? I don't think I'd play it. I might play it if it wasn't a real-time strategy. Like if it was just a beat-up or
if it was a
hack and slash.
Hack and slash, I might play it, yeah.
I feel like that would make a lot more sense with this game. But, yeah, so the hack and slash, I'd play it, but I wouldn't play it like it is. Same thing. Real-time strategy just doesn't do anything for me, and I don't care if you skin it with, like, a theme that I love. I probably still wouldn't play it. But the story, it was very old school. Like, you're the savior in there to save humanity. And it was fine. Like, I didn't think it flowed very well, but that's really hard to do with, like, an open world game where you can do whatever you want all the time. But would I score? I probably right around you guys. I'm going to say a 7 as well.
All right.
Which puts us at 19, right?
Yeah.
Yep. 19 out of 81.
Not the best showing of a game we've had here.
But not the worst either.
Yeah, true.
No, not at all. We were on a hot streak for a minute there, but, you know.
They can't all be winners.
No, then you guys pulled a Scotchy, and here we are.
This was so much better than a Scotchy.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I enjoy Scotchies.
I cannot wait till we get in my next pick. You guys are going to fucking hate my guts. I can't wait.
I hope it's 6
Leisure
hours
Suit
long.
Larry.
It's garbage.
No, Leisure Suit Larry would at least be entertaining to some degree. This is not going to be fun. You guys might quit after I pick this next game. But, all right, well, let's just shuffle this bullshit along, and let's go to our favorite segment of every week, which is Syintist's Lock of the Week.
Beep.
All right, the lock's cool.
Thank-
Yeah, it's locked.
Thank you, Chump Slap.
I don't even know what that is.
It sounded like nanobots were creating a lock in front of us, but that's my interpretation. So
Sounds good.
Either way, every week we ask Chump Slap for a 100% guaranteed gambling pick. So this week,
What do you got, Chump Slap?
Syintist, who do you got? I corrected it after.
We're going to go to some Iran Football Super League play.
Oh, no
Finally,
shit.
shit.
About time we got into my jam.
Straight win, pick Dabiri Tabriz over the Shenra Save.
Tabriz's?
Tabriz, Tabriz.
Oh.
I might be pronouncing them wrong. I'm not.
Yeah, I think you are.
I'm not a super fan of Iran football, but
Well, so are they
I know
gonna?
in passing.
You just picking them for the win? Or are we going money line? What are we doing?
Straight win.
Straight win.
Okay. Because it's not your. I don't know. Maybe they'll cover gambling lock of the week. It's the guaranteed gambling lock of the week. So what you're gonna want to do then is take all your stuff. You're gonna want to sell it, get all that money, sell your money, and then put it on this game because it's a guaranteed lock.
It's a sure thing.
And then that's going to go ahead and move us on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slap's recommendation window. Every week we pick a random topic. I pick a random topic off the top of my head to ask Chump Slap for his recommendation. And then usually I have one picked out by now. So, Chump Slap. Can you give us a recommendation for...
That's copyrighted.
Mine's a minor scale lower.
Oh.
Well, let's just throw it back, and how about you give us a 90s horror movie recommendation?
90s horror movie, I will go with Tremors.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure the first Tremors came out in the 90s.
I don't know. We'll check just to make
Maybe
sure.
even 80s. But they're still doing them.
1990.
Nice.
Perfect. You nailed it. Great job, Chump Slap.
Yeah, all those Tremors movies are fucking fantastic.
Can't go wrong with Kevin Bacon.
No, sir.
Absolutely not.
Bacon makes everything better.
On that note, you know what? If someone wanted to...
I love hearing the disappointment in your voice.
I know. You should see his face.
If someone wanted to write in with their disappointment that agreed with me, where would they send that email, Mr. Chump Slap?
Well, you just send that shit to plottytime@gmail.com. plottytime@gmail.com.
Great.
gmail.com.
.com.
I think they got that part. But if they if they wanted to get to us faster to tell us how much they suck.
Why would they tell us how much they suck?
How much we suck.
Tell us how much you suck.
And
we're gonna read those on there.
And also criticize how we don't talk good. Where would they reach out to us on the socials there?
Plotty Time on the Twits and the Grams.
Yeah, or
they
games
call
you want us to
twits.
do, or literally just send us anything. Just anything. Tell us you exist. I dare you. Later.
Smell you later.